So with the show approaching, and this mare being a little bit behind, I'm going to run a cow down the fence on her, and it's going to be very, very similar to the rein work. I'm going to take my time with her today. She hasn't had a lot of trips down the fence. Normally, I'd like to say that I've started running them down, shoot as a 2-year-old will track a cow on them and start showing it to them. But this mare, she's got less than a dozen trips on her down the fence. So I'm going to give her some time to adjust to what we're going to do. Very similar to the reining. We've been herd working her, and there's going to be spots here working this cow that I want her to work a cow as if I'm, over there cutting on her. But there's going to be a lot of different stuff that we're going to show her today too, which I think makes our event so different and so tough, because I'm going to ask her, here in the next few minutes, I'm going to ask her to work a cow like we were cutting, and then before I run this cow down the fence, I'm going to ask her to drive up in here. And it's not about drawing back away from that cow as much as it is over there in that herd work. There's spots here that I need to be able to drive this cow around in the boxing. And no part of today do I want it to be a show run. There might be things that happen that, hopefully she's good and we can piece little pieces together. But I just really want her to let down here and breathe and think about what we're gonna do. She's being real good here working this cow, and this cow's wanting to stay up into her, but today isn't about that at all. I need her to draw, or I need her to be able to push this cow across the pen and adjust to keep control of this cow. Because boxing, when we're showing and boxing, it's not. It's good when it looks good down here on this end, but it really isn't about that. It's about gaining control and setting it up for the turns on the fence. I left poorly there. Whoa. I left poorly there, and that was my fault, just not leaving that corner with that cow good. So I'm not going to race her up there and try to go get a turn today. I'm going to let her just kind of breathe, run down through there and rate that cow down to the other end of the pen. This time I'm going to try to set her up to leave this corner better. And this is a lot better corner here. Just stayed smooth with that cow. I want her to rate down through here. That cow started to check, and very similar to the reining, like right there, she ran up there, she rated, she had confidence. I could have stepped her up there 2 steps and made, I think, a big turn on her. But when that cow checked, I quit riding and let her just kind of find that ground on her own. And a lot of things that I'm going to do in the fence work are going to help me over there or back here in the reining tomorrow, about getting her to go to the ground soft and smooth. I don't want her jumping into that ground and being too quick. Like, she needs to read that cow and be able to, in that stop alongside the cow, be able to get stopped real quick, or be able to run up there and slide alongside that cow if that cow is not taking the head as good, So she needs to be able to control how hard she stops right there. Whether it's just soft and slide in there if the cow's breaking down to a stop in that turn, or if that cow just runs and parks it in the ground, she needs to read that situation and think, park it in the ground. So I'm going to try to feel the same as the reining. I'm going to try to feel what her footwork's doing. If she's wanting to be too abrupt to the stop, or if she's being too lazy and not wanting to. So there, that cow set up. I let her have that turn. She read it really, really good for as green as she is. I'm going to let her catch her air here for a minute. she read it perfect. Her footwork was good. That cow kind of trickled into the ground. She didn't just jump into the ground and be short there. I felt like she read that stop good. And that's something that horses, I feel like, get, hopefully they get it their 3-year-old year, but a lot of times it takes longer for them to get smart about reading that cow in the stop. Whether they need to hit the ground and get going the other way or run up there and have some weight to them, to keep that cow covered up there. So I'm happy with the left turn. I feel like she tried real hard there. I'm gonna step her up here and leave this corner again, and this time